Alright everybody, it is October 2nd, it's the evening. I didn't hunt this morning. I had to, last night I had my buddy Dave hit a doe. We had to go help him track last night. We got a general direction of the deer last night, and this morning we went in there and we found her, I don't know, within 60 yards of where we stopped. So, did not hunt this morning, but we are heading out tonight. I got pictures last night of the buck I was after coming into this block again. I think it was about 1 in the morning. He was coming in through my clover plot, and then last time he did that, he come in through the clover plot the morning before. He goes up somewhere and beds up high. We got pretty high winds today, as you guys can kind of see behind me. It's not a real good representation of it, but winds are blowing pretty good, 20 plus, which is going to kind of help me a little bit. I don't like hunting windy days because I always don't feel the deer move the best. They have a hard time seeing, they have a hard time hearing, they have a hard time smelling. It's not favorable for their, senses. So generally I would think that deer don't move the best in the wind, but sometimes it doesn't matter. We do have a cold front blowing in tonight. It is supposed to drop. It is about 50, I think it was 53 when I left the house. We're supposed to get down to 36 tonight. So, that being said, the hour from 5 to 7, the temperature drops roughly about 8 degrees. So, I'm going to head up into the stand. Normally I don't do this, hunt the same place 2 days in a row. But this is the spot I really feel like I'm going to kill this buck if I'm going to get him killed. And we have the perfect wind for it once again. We got an odd wind. It's a northeast wind. I can hunt this stand in a couple different winds, but the northeast is probably the best. So we're going to go in here. We're going to get geared up real quick. Get some of our stuff on, going in light. I got a couple cameras that I'm going to pull on the way out of here. There's a big rub right here by the truck where I think this buck's been going back and forth across the road. So this morning, I know he's in here. I know he's close. And this is the most prominent area I have on camera, including in daylight. So we'll see. We're going to get dressed up here and start walking back. So stay tuned, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you haven't, please go down and hit that subscribe button. There's a ton more season left, and I can't wait to bring it to you. So go down and hit the subscribe button. Help me out. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers. And we'll see you guys in the tree. Alright, everybody. Well, I made it up to this hill. I'm good. I'm getting in here a little bit early. There's a doe already eating out here in the field. She's pretty long ways away, but right there. So it's a good thing I'm getting out here early. Seems like the deer are up on their feet. That's good news. Hopefully they get up on their feet with this cold front coming, so I'm gonna hurry up and keep going here. Just getting settled in here. I got in here quick. Got in here clean. This spot's kind of hard because there's a lot of apples. There's just a lot of apple mass crop in here. And they're dropping like crazy. And the deer are coming in here to eat on the apples, so. So it's really hard because you never know when the deer are actually going to be in here. Pretty sure we got in here clean. Pretty sure we got in here, definitely got in here quiet.
knows that I'm not expecting a whole lot, but I did get a little sweaty coming in here. But I got some of that phase body foam. I'm trying out the phase system combined with the scent crusher this year. And I had some deer 50, 60 yards downwind of me yesterday, and they never got me, so. But there was a pretty stiff breeze. So, wind's coming out of the same direction. And I would think this buck is probably bedded within 300 yards from here, almost guaranteed. So, one thing I do want to mention though is I'm going to set the GoPro up on my bow. Normally I'd use it as like a second angle, but it's so tight in here. There's only a few places that I'm able to get this camera arm, even on this tree. So I'm really limited to the places I'm going to be able to film. So I'm going to keep the GoPro on the bow. I really try to get good video out, but if it comes down to it, I'll just have to turn the GoPro on to get the shot on video if it happens. There's only one deer I'm going to shoot out of this stand. So hopefully, fingers crossed it happens, but the second day, wind is perfect. I know this deer's in here somewhere. I know he's got to be close. He's been in here a lot eating on these apples. And he's been in here a lot on daylight, so fingers crossed it happens. But I just wanted to explain that. So if the GoPro kicks on at any point in time in this hunt, there's probably a good chance that I couldn't get the camera over there. I'm really limited, so I'm sorry about that, but this is potentially a 150-inch deer. I don't know if he'll quite make 150, but he's at least 140s, probably mid-high 140s. So fingers crossed. Hopefully it happens. So we'll see you guys in a little bit.
Alright, so today is October 3rd. Just got out of work. I got that box blind that you guys see me build. I have a camera attached right to the blind, and there's been just a ridiculous amount of deer coming out to that field most every night. So the neighbor sat in the blind yesterday, and he ended up missing a doe at like 30 yards, shot right underneath her. So, but he said he's seen like 10 or 12 deer. So we're gonna be on a doe mission tonight. I'm just dressed up in my work attire. I had all my other gear with me except for my hunting clothes, so I ain't too worried about it. We're just gonna see what happens. There's a ridiculous amount of does around here, so we're just gonna see if we can't smack a doe. I'm not too worried about scent or nothing in this spot. Right now, there's not really any bucks that I'm too concerned with here, really, or even does. So we're just gonna head back there, get in the blind, sit out the rest of the night, and just see what happens. Like I said, there's been a ton of deer up here lately, so I mean, freaking tracks all over here. So we will see you when we get in the blind. Never know. Sometimes these BS throw together hunts are some of the best ones. So actually there is a buck here that I would shoot, but chances of him coming out are probably pretty slim to none, but we'll see. But see you guys in the blind.
Well, we're all settled in. I'm in that box blind overlooking this back alfalfa field. Alfalfa's still nice, really nice, lush green. Some of the stuff is starting to yellow just a little bit, but that's what alfalfa does when you get a couple freezes or frost or whatever. Alfalfa will start to yellow up and it'll die off. But we're back here. We made it back here clean, didn't spook no deer. Thank God there was nothing out here. But just gonna see what happens. I think it's just about 4:50 right now. So we got just about, probably about a little, just over 2 hours to sit here. So should be pretty good. I'm excited. First time in a new box blind. Should be a lot of fun. No real high expectations. Just looking for a doe. Getting to be down to that, magic hour. We're starting to get deer that step out. That first buck, he just kind of moved on through. I don't have the perfect wind for this, so I'm just kind of keeping the windows closed. But I got another buck, just a little 8-pointer, I think he is, down here, and he's with a doe. And I'm pretty sure another deer just stepped out here in front of me. But I don't know where it went. There's kind of a little roll in this field. But it's getting down to that magic hour, so I would expect some deer to start pouring out here. Well, not pouring out, but I would definitely expect to start seeing some deer now. So the little buck that come out first, he come out pretty early, so just see how the night plays out. But I'm pretty sure there's another deer right here in front of me. I just don't know what it is yet. I just seen a back of it, look like the back of a deer coming through the brush on the edge of the field. Like I said, there's a little roll in this field. I can't see that other side, so I'm sure it'll make its way up to this little hill here. They usually do, so just have to see what happens here. usually Captain Morgan's not too far, but I've seen 15 deer tonight. Let's see if I can get some good footage of Roman down here. I'd be real surprised if Captain Morgan wasn't one of the next deer to come out here. Him and Roman are usually together, but let me see if I can get him on video. That buck right there, that's a totally different buck that's been out here already. So tonight alone, I've seen 7 different bucks and 18 different deer. That buck right there, I'm actually pretty surprised to see him. Again, he's just a small 2-year-old, nothing I would shoot, but he's not very frequent in this. I've only got a few pictures of him, even all through summertime and everything, so he's got good potential, nice young buck. Same with Roman, he's got good potential as a 2-year-old. He's nice and tall. Not real wide, but you know, this deer's got short tines where Roman's got taller tines for a 2-year-old. So I think the best genetics so far that I've seen out of a 2-year-old this year is probably Captain Morgan. He's got a really nice frame to him. I'll throw a picture up of him right here. He's got a really nice frame to him and nice tall tines. He's gonna be a great deer next year. He should really blow up, I'm hoping. It's hard to tell though, some deer around here, some deer blow up and others deer, like a deer we call Norwood, back on the other property I hunt. And if he put on 2 inches from a 3-year-old to a 4-year-old was a lot. I mean, he doesn't look hardly any bigger. I mean, he's a little bit more massive, but he's got just a little bit more length than he did last year. But, I mean, he almost looks exactly the same. And, you know, as a 3-year-old, he was a dang good-looking 3-year-old. And as a 4-year-old, he just don't look much different. So, you guys ought to be pretty pleased with the deer footage tonight. Because holy cow, do I got a lot of it. This video is going to take a while, that's for sure. I'm definitely going to change out the SD card after tonight. But the old honkers are coming back home, so I think that's about time to get ready to get packed up here before something else steps out here real close and I can't get out of here. Never mind what I said about that. Captain Morgan just stepped out. He's a pretty nice looking deer, but here, I'll show you. It's getting pretty dark. Footage is getting pretty grainy, so he's down there, I don't know, probably every bit of 200 yards. But that's a buck we call Captain Morgan. He's a real nice deer. I was kind of hoping to see him tonight, and I'm glad I did. But I don't, at this point in time, I don't think it's a deer I want to shoot. I got some bigger deer I'm going after, so might be kind of tricky though if he come up here to 20 yards, stood broadside, and I hit him on camera. He's a pretty nice deer. As a I think he's a 2-year-old. He might be a 3-year-old, but I don't think he is. He'd be tempting at 20 yards broadside on camera though. Alright. Anyways, let's get backed up and get out of here before we get busted. Alright guys, I made it out of the blind completely unscathed. You guys probably wouldn't even believe me if I told you. Just as I was packing up my things, another 8-pointer stepped out further down to my left where no other deer have come from. Unfreaking believable. 9 different bucks, 20 deer in one sit in 2 hours. Incredible. The power of this alfalfa field back here is just absolutely insane. I'm gonna get out of here real quick. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that one. Please go down and hit that subscribe button. Help me out.